I wish it told us the answer to the freaking thing, though. To the harp. So from what I know, we talked to him, or her, him, her. Let's make sure we get all of her. I want to go through and make sure we talk to everybody about all the items and people. Now I'll get her.
That's rather strange now, isn't it?
We found it in your room.
Just lying around, was it?
Nope. You'd hidden it, but we found it.
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
It's really none of your business.
That makes me think that, like, despite the fact that they're she's engaged to Fitz, like, it doesn't feel like Fitz returns the happiness.
Yes, it's my, my flower.
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Do you at least like the look of the flower?
The look?
The colors? The shape of it?
Between you and me, I think it's a little vulgar.
Okay.
Not a fan of insects myself. Whose research is this?
We were hoping you might know.
No, can't say I... Freya, perhaps. I know she was always very fond of grubby little things like this.
Noted.
Okay.
It's that bird. But these must have been drawn at least a year ago. Oh, how sad.
Okay. Which one's Freya's room? Oh, it's one right next to it. I don't know why I want to go in the room and look at this thing.
That painting is really something.
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
Maybe Freya enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos and oppression?
Hang on. There's a smaller version down by the floor.
It's a photograph.
Maybe the golden beetle could be connected to the harp and diary? I can't say no to that, because I don't know why it wouldn't. Or why it would. It said, black them out all 5 eyes. And then there's like these random dots. Like I see these 2 dots here, and I'm thinking a face. But I don't see it. Can I see the back of it? Anyway, I want to make sure we talk to the Professor Pointer. 2 people have said those beetles are kept in the room. Oh, okay, we can look around the room a little bit more. Make sure I talk to him about everybody. Yep.
Yes, very nice. Where is that bird of Flora's? It's been a while since I've seen it.
Okay. That was pretty innocent and normal. But yeah. Let's see if there's a thing. Oh yeah, we need to talk to Fitz too. We still have Hawkshaw and Fitz. So is it in here?
It's a little glass box.
I think it's a vivarium.
Come again?
See the leaves and twigs in there? Might have been for keeping insects.
Yeah, that's where the insects would be, so...
That's weird.
What did you find in the drawers?
Nothing. They're completely empty. It's Freya's bed. A little bit messy.
It's a perfectly healthy amount of messy.
Just little trinkets.
Let's leave them alone.
Okay. Cool. So this is pretty much everybody. Let's go... I want to leave Hawkshaw for last, especially since it says I should do that. Oh, search Freya's room? What? Okay, we'll stick here and search Freya's room. Buy the painting. Let's check the potted
Freya's
plant.
plants. They must not need sunlight? Do you think this was always supposed to be?
I don't know.
No windows either. It's a fish, I think?
I think it looks more like a whale.
Fine, it's a whale.
Right
Could
below
also
the
be a
paint?
shark.
Just like this stuff?
Do you think this was always
I don't
no
know.
windows either? Do you think this was
I don't
no
know.
windows either?
Painting supplies.
I've gotten this box. This was a puzzle.
We already solved it.
We already solved this, and we got that puzzle, that picture out of it.
Brushes.
They're clean, but they look...
A pillow with a paw.
It's a cushion.
Yeah, but that doesn't illustrate. It's Freya's bed. Little
It's a
bit.
perfectly healthy.
Drawings.
What's that one on the left?
Looks like two people standing together in a garden. One of them's holding a red rose.
Yeah, this makes more sense. I think, essentially, I think that Penny is in love with Fitz, and I think they're engaged, but I actually think Fitz is in love with Poppy. That's what I think. Drawing of Poppy and Fitz standing in the garden, Fitz is holding a red rose, a drawing of Fifi, and a drawing of Detective Hawkshaw. The drawing of Poppy and Fitz was done in the rooftop garden because they have the actual roses there.
There's something about those petals we found in Penny's room. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Yeah. It's a fish! It's a whale! No! It's a pneumoultramicroscopic silicovolcanic conosinus. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
So, yeah, we found this.
Oh, that's nothing.
You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room. That's not nothing.
Actually, it's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The petals.
They're from red roses.
They're from red roses. And there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses. And who they belong to.
Well, I mean, it would... I guess this is the best one?
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what Fitz is holding?
I can't imagine what you're getting at, but it doesn't matter. I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Is it really only accessible from those two bedrooms?
For most people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
My dears, what are you accusing me of?
Use the birds to get stuff? Let's say one of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fritz. But it didn't work.
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz, but it didn't work. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
Oh, maybe the telescope.
Pointer's telescope was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz, but it didn't work. Nope.
Okay, go back to this, change one thing. The birds killed Poppy and Fritz! But it... distract them? So he did, but it didn't work. Steal evidence from them?
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them. We know those two have been spending time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. Wanted to know what they were up to.
I'm just not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that. Besides, Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage. She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
We need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something to prove one of
Oh,
them has
wait,
been
no,
in the
there's
rooftop garden.
feathers on the statue. On that tongue? Right? Yeah, these guys.
Let's take a closer look at these.
So it's just this one and this one. Slip behind my Penny's words when it visited the rooftop garden.
This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
Bam.
I can't stand it! Knowing the two of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me. I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me. He's so quiet with me these days, but being with Poppy seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little... I apologize. This really isn't your burden to bear.
That's so sad.
Very nice.
You've seen these before?
Yes.
All of them. Even this one of...
Yes.
Okay. Let's go talk to... Fitz. I do hope the harp thing comes later. I really don't want that to not be a thing. Still don't know what that's for.
I like Flora. I hope she's all right.
Do you think she had anything to do with the murder?
There's no way. She wouldn't willingly cause any additional suffering for anyone. She questioned me,
About what?
my work, the plants, bit of everything.
Did she search the greenhouse?
No, she didn't.
You sure? Maybe she did it when you weren't in there.
No, she hasn't touched it.
How can you tell?
He's the gardener.
Trust me. I can tell.
Yeah. We better be careful.
I imagine you don't visit the astronomy tower too often, do you?
No, but I still see Pointer, sometimes. He's always curious about what I'm growing in the greenhouse. Asks me about the birds, too, and insects. He's pretty clued up on his evolutionary biology.
I didn't think there was much overlap between astronomy and biology.
Penelope is my fiancée.
Don't take this the wrong way, but Penny doesn't really strike me as your type.
She's not who she pretends to be. People think she's... well, they make assumptions.
And how's the relationship doing recently?
Good. It's good. She was always kind to me. She'd come into the greenhouse when I was working, sometimes by herself, sometimes with Poppy. I think they were just bored at first. Eventually, they started asking questions.
About what?
Poppy wanted to learn about flowers. Freya, she used to ask me about the insects.
Insects?
One of my jobs is to protect plants from things that might eat them. Freya brought me this little glass box, leaves and twigs inside. She'd say, put all the troublemakers in there. Every day I'd put a handful of beetles and other things in the box. Then she'd come along and take it away. I didn't really understand her, but she was always kind.
Yeah, golden beetle popping up again.
Felix is a contradiction. His loyalties are placed firmly within the realm of materialism, money, property. But his ego relies on an entirely fraudulent self-image, don't you think?
Yes. That was a very...
I was just about to say the same thing.
Yeah. That was a very eloquent way of saying he's full of himself.
Fifi doesn't like me.
What did you do?
I'm not sure. If you find out, maybe you can let me know.
Have you met this guy, Fitz? Shifty eyes, doesn't say a lot. Totally suspicious, if you ask me.
That's me.
Yeah, it was a joke. I was joking.
Oh, I see. Poppy and I are friends.
Oh, I can buy that. Dark clothes, blue hair, an average of 3 words per sentence. Oh, you're like 2 peas in a pod.
She's very kind, and she has an interest in plants. Unusual flowers, mostly. I've been teaching her.
Right.
Is something wrong?
That.
Fitz, one of these drawings is of you, in the rooftop garden, I think, with Poppy.
Mm-hmm. Are we done? Did Freya draw these?
Yeah. There's a note on the back, too.
She was even closer to Flora than I realized. I've seen beetles with brightly colored shells, metallic shells even. They're relatively common, especially around here. There's a difference between that and actual gold.
It can't be actual gold. Gold is just inside the earth or whatever. You can't make it. That's called alchemy. It was a whole thing.
A flower.
Yeah, it's a flower. We found it in Penny's room.
Okay.
Mean anything to you?
Why would it?
Come on.
I don't really go into Penny's room or anywhere in Pointer Tower. I just don't have a reason to.
False. Someone said that he was going up the stairs with what looked like a knife on the pointer side.
Those petals,
What?
they're red. This is a good example of how things work. I mix that soil here in the greenhouse. It's made with water from the lake.
And it makes the fruit grow all shiny and gem-stony.
Sometimes. You never really know what's going to happen.
And what do you do with this shiny, inedible fruit?
You look at it.
Oh, you just look at it.
This is yours, Fitz?
Yeah.
Do you use it?
I keep all my tools in the greenhouse.
That wasn't what she asked.
What's with the broken glass?
Any idea who this is?
No idea. Poppy's piano music. I remember when she started learning. She's improved a lot since then.
Yeah, that's generally how it works.
Usually.
Of course.
Unless you're just bad.
We found these up in the rooftop garden. Do you know how long they've been there?
No, could have been a long time. We don't ever really clear up the rooftop garden.
Why not?
Nature is unruly. In truth, it prefers to be left alone.
Says the person who weeds and prunes.
Wait, those are mine, the earmuffs. They went missing about a week ago.
A week ago.
Earmuffs for?
I use them for gardening sometimes.
Why? You don't own a chainsaw, do you?
No. I wear them while I'm gardening, and it stops people from trying to talk to me.
That's genius.
Oh, that would work, wouldn't it? That's pretty good.
Penelope's 3 favorite birds. She's very protective over them.
Are they, like, her pets? Do they have names?
Oh, they have names. Penelope loves to name things.
Do you remember what she named them?
I do not.
You ever seen this before, Fitz?
No, but I don't normally go into Fifi's room.
That's not where we found it.
Oh, I just thought it looks like it belongs to her. Felix made that? Huh. That's quite sweet, really. Freya's best work, in my opinion. Although, the photo doesn't carry the same energy as the real thing.
What do you think it's a painting of?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the subject matter? What's that big red thing?
Oh, I don't think it's that kind of painting. It's Fifi and Freya.
Don't you think Poppy should be in the photo too?
Maybe, maybe not. She doesn't really like crowds.
2 people isn't a crowd.
Right, but if she was in the photo, then
She
it'd
would be a
3.
crowd.
Checkmate.
Bam.
Looks like someone doesn't want you to read that book.
That's the main thing making me want to read it.
Penelope knows about birds. You should ask her instead.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about something. There's a plant mentioned on this page, see? Do you have any? In the greenhouse?
No, I don't grow that anymore. I've tried in the past. It's incredibly difficult, even for me. I could never get it to live more than a couple of weeks. It's an egg with feet.
It was locked, but we opened it, but it was empty.
Fun story.
Asian lady, how are you? Happy Friday. Yeah, freaking Friday. Isn't that weird?
Nice painting. Gives you a pretty good idea of the layout.
The lake looks like it forms a perfect circle around the island.
Happy New Year
Might
to
seem
you.
strange to you, but nature is quite capable of producing perfectly geometric forms.
And those mountain cliff things around the outside?
We don't know much about them. They're unscalable. Not even Freya could have gone up there.
What's that?
This painting, it's speculative. There are no photographs from this angle as far as I know.
So Freya just made it up.
Let's call it an informed estimation.
Also, now I'm thinking maybe this crystal thing is actually the greenhouse. Maybe. Doing pretty well, Asian. In a very good relationship. And New Year's starting off right. You'll probably see more of me for your time slot, because I'm moving a lot of my streams to morning.
Who gave
Which
you
would be
that
their evening.
information?
Well...
We don't actually know who it was.
I'll see more
We
of
were
you!
contacted anonymously.
I see.
Maybe. I don't know.
And what happens if the person who contacted you turns out to be the murderer?
I never thought about that.
Honestly, that would be kind of fun. Like a twist, you know?
It's of no interest to me, but I overheard Poppy and Freya talking about it once.
What were they saying?
They were arguing about something, but I can't remember the details.
They were arguing over something.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
What do you think that is in Flora's hand?
I don't know. It does look like a knife, but Flora wasn't holding anything at all when I saw her, after the murder. But there's something bothering me. Something else.
What?
When we went into Flora's room, she wasn't standing in this position.
Well, she probably would have moved around a little bit by then.
She wasn't standing at all. She was kneeling on the floor.
Well, at least you got a nice break, Asian. I could say I have a break every day, but I really don't.
There's something off about this.
What is it?
Why don't you take another look at Flora's room?
You think we missed a clue up there?
Not exactly.
Why don't we go up there and, like, make sure all these colors are actually in the painting? Or I might be able to do that, like, here without having
That
to go up there.
belongs to Poppy.
So, why is it up in Flora's tower?
I'm not sure. That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
There's something about the report of Fitz going up Pointer Tower.
Yeah.
Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
We're right here already. Hold on. Okay, so these colors... Let me write down the colors. Because it was Poppy, I think, said that she pre-does these colors. Yeah, this game is great. Let's see, there's red, white, kind of a gray, brown, black. Some other ones yellow. There's tan in there too. Okay, there is yellow. There's black, white, gray, the tans. Actually, if you look at the yellow thing, you see how all these have like little brush strokes on it? Why is this one? It doesn't have like the little paintbrush thing in it. Oh, this is on Steam. This is on Steam. It's called Tangle Tower. But you see how like there's like this little brush stroke? Like she got it in there to get it, and then there's... This is just normal. There's like some yellow here, sure. But why isn't it used? Oh wait, we're suspicious of Fitz. We need to talk to him again.
So, Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower, holding a knife.
That's not right. I don't go into Pointer Tower. I don't own a knife. And I don't sneak. Was it Fifi who told you this?
How did you know that?
A guess. She doesn't like me very much. But yeah, she was mistaken. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
I think he was holding something else.
Fifi did see Fitz, but he was holding something else.
So, if it wasn't a knife, what was it?
Trowel. That's what I think.
What about this?
Ah, that.
Is it yours?
It was a gift. It's sentimental. I have no reason to take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
Matching set. There's no matching set. Is used by Fitz to look after. Is the only thing that can destroy. Was used to bury? Trowel used by Fitz to take care of the flower in Penny's room that she doesn't take care of?
An ornate trowel is used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's room.
That flower.
Yes.
I've never seen it before.
We need a clue to compare to that flower. Something that proves its connection to Fitz.
Is that it? Is that the flower and it's just upside down, or is that the branch? No. Connection with the flower to Fitz. Is it in this one? No. It's an unusual blue color. Hold on. We can just use the other one then.
Let's take a closer look at these.
It's the same soil. The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in his greenhouse.
The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse. Let me guess. Penny's flower was originally a gift from you, Fitz. There's no way it's a coincidence.
No way what's a coincidence.
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
It took me a long time to breed. I wanted the colors to be exactly right.
That's some gift.
That's huge, dude.
He isn't particularly interested in looking after plants. So I go into her room every now and again. When she's not there, water the flower, change the soil. Just trying to keep it alive.
That's actually pretty big, dude. make it look like freaking Penny with that hair, with the little things. Yeah, I see it now. That's kind of cute. I bet Penny didn't even realize it. Different love languages.
Quite the stoic statue, isn't she? I can only dream of being as cold and indifferent as Flora Fellow.
You think she's hiding something?
Perhaps. She has some strange habits. I heard she barely sleeps, an hour here or there, sporadically. Spends the rest of her time staring up at the sky.
Give me 1 second, guys.